Good morning, Abhinandan. So
Good morning.
this is your IELTS speaking mock session. Let us start with part 1 of speaking.
Sure.
Where do you come from?
I live in the outskirts of Punjab, a small town, Hajipur, which is on just the border of Himachal Pradesh.
So what is your hometown known for?
I really love the hustle and bustle in my hometown, but still it is the most known for the exclusive farming products, usually the dairy products or even the crops like wheat, rice and other stuff.
Is there anything that you want to improve in your hometown?
None according to me, because all of them are up to date, but still if I had to work upon something, it must be transportation or the healthcare facilities.
Right. Let us talk about your favorite animal. Which is your favorite animal and why?
I'm not actually very fond of animals, but still I have to, if I had to like choose a pet for me, it must be a cow or maybe a dog.
Okay. And if I ask you about your favorite book, so do you have any favorite book which you like to read in your free time?
It has been long that I came across any of the books, whether regarding my syllabus or my like personal interest. But the last one I remember which I read was a biography on Bill Gates. And yeah, I also remember that it was another story about Michael Jackson which I read. Yeah, it was really very mesmerizing for me.
Right. Let's talk about food now.
Sure.
So, if you invite a friend round for a meal, what are you likely to offer him?
If I invite someone, I would like personally take care of what he likes or dislikes. I would personally prefer what to offer him would be regarding his personal choice, but if I had to give him on my personal choice, it must be Italian or Mexican, maybe a pizza or a taco.
Which one do you prefer, eating at home or eating out?
It's really a tricky question, but if I had to choose one, it must be eating outside at the food chains. You may call it McDonald's or even Domino's. I really like the pizza. The last one I remember was Indi Tandoori I ate last week. It was really amazing.
So, this is the end of part 1 of speaking. Now, you can open your cue card and
Sure.
the 1 minute time to prepare the cue card.
If I was given a chance to receive a load of money, I would feel fortunate enough. I'm not a person brought up with a silver spoon, so it would be really very mesmerizing event for me. The first thing I would do would be sharing it with my family, informing it with my friends, and the other stuff. So the first thing I would do would be buying a house. I have a dream house, a penthouse near the Sydney Harbour in Australia. It costs worth $8 million, which is really a load of money, but still if I have the opportunity to buy it, then why not? And the other things which really comes to my mind immediately after thinking so much of money would be the cars. The top of the list would be the G-Wagon. I'm really fond of that. I really like the masculinity, and even the appearance of the car appeals to me. The crackling sound of the car just comes across my mind. The glimpses of the lavish lifestyle comes into my mind when I think of so much money. Obviously, investment would be the other thing which I would do after that, and the butlers all around me, the servants all through the house. And after that, investments would be made. I would create a source of income which would be never ending. And the other thing which I come across would be many of the important things which I could not buy as a student or as a children. It must be any of the thing which appeals me. When I go to the showrooms, every of the jackets would appeal me. That would be something attracting me towards them. So I would never miss a chance to buy any of that stuff. And the other thing which comes to my mind is the sneaker collection. I'm a sneakerhead, so I really like to buy shoes often. On and off, I just keep on buying shoes of any of the brands that usually pay a high cost. The first shoe which I can remember, which comes to my mind, which I would buy after so much of money, it would be a Nike Dior highs. So it costs a lot. That would be the opportunity not to be missed.
Okay, so people nowadays spend a lot on lavish lifestyles. Do you think it's a good trend?
See, it's generally person to person. It may be a person earning very high. If he has enough or aggregate sum to be saved after a lot of expenditure in food, shelter and stuff, and he have surplus money to spend on such things, then why not? Obviously everyone likes the lavish lifestyle, but if there's a poor person on the other hand who can't afford anything, he's just hand to mouth, so I won't say that that are the things to be spent on for him. So it's generally person to person's income.
Right. Why do some people prefer to travel abroad rather than in their own country?
It is usually the fact of globalization which is attracting more and more people towards them. Whether you think of any of the country, whether it's Dubai for tourism or Canada or Australia for any of the study purposes, these are the things which attract. The other effect which globalization has made is the opportunities to come across the things which lack in their own country. For example, if you take the example of the healthcare facilities or the hospitality facilities which lack in my country, I would go to the country such as Dubai or Australia, where these are in excel, where the countries are excelling in these terms or these areas. So I would do prefer them over my country.
So do you think traveling to another country can change the way people think?
Why not? Traveling to other country brings up many developments in many areas. The first one would be the change in ideology. We think the way we think. It is generally due to the cultural aspects the other country has. A thing may be wrong in my culture, in my country, may not be in the other country. For example, in Dubai, because I just went there 3 years back and realized that women are not really free to move with their faces uncovered, but in India it is usually very often moving women on their own. So I would think that this is somewhat development which other countries can come across to be inculcated in them when they visit India.
Do you think it is good for children to experience life in a foreign country?
Why not? Every parent would require, would want for his child that he must do the best or get the best. So if they can afford the education or any of the other facilities for the children, they would must wish that they could do the best in the other country they wish to want. Same is the case with me. My parents want me or want me to fulfill my dreams, so they are wishing for best career in me, for myself, and they are sending me to Australia for pursuing engineering.
How have holidays changed over the past few decades?
Sorry, couldn't really hear you.
How have holidays changed over the last few decades?
If you talk about people spending their weekends or even their large number of days in holidays, they just go to the places which are really calm, which are not very historically important or religiously important. They just tend to spend their time in the best or the most appropriate way. Although this has created a lot of population or a lot of crowd in the beaches or many such locations, but still there's a way more development which can be brought up in such places to attract more and more people or more tourists towards them, such as Goa or Dubai. These are the hotspots of the tourism in the months of June, July. So these are the places which could be improved.
Do you think it is safer to travel now than in the past?
If you talk about comparing the future or the present tourism attractions, it is much more accessible to the people in comparison to it was in past, because there are a lot of airports or public transportation facilities which are developing over the period of time. These transportation facilities have made the destinations which are far away to be considered more accessible, and even the technology has developed so advanced. I would say that people don't really feel very afraid to travel in the airplanes, which people were reluctant towards at some times in the past. So I think that this is a positive development towards traveling or tourism.
Right. Thank you, Abhinandan. This is the end of your IELTS speaking mock session.
Thank you.